So what's it like just being at Comic-Con for this film and this whole experience?
Well, this is our second year here. We came here last year to introduce the Black Beauty that's over there. And it's been a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun. So I'm actually glad to be back with a movie that's almost finished.
So can you talk about just the process of actually like getting this finished? Because I know there was a delay, and I know you guys really wanted to get it right and get it looking right. So like, can you talk about just the process of like actually getting this finished and and converting in the 3D as well?
Yeah, we had a number of kind of fits and starts for this film, and eventually we got it together, and we had a great shoot, and now we're editing the movie, and then maybe 2 months ago, we decided that we were going to convert to 3D, but we didn't want to do like the bad 8 to 12 weeks, so we pushed the release of the movie back to January, because that's when all the 3D experts told us for us to have really great 3D, that's the amount of time we needed. So we saw our first kind of finished 3D sequence the other day, and it was really, really impressive. I'm really glad we did it. Michel shot the movie in a way such that he shot it kind of in his mind. It was shooting in stereo because he had always thought about doing this movie in 3D. So it's probably been a much easier transition than it would be if we didn't shoot it that way. But it's just really exciting to see it come together.
Can you talk about actually the decision of bringing Michel on board? I mean, he's a wonderful director, but he doesn't do movies like this per se. So
he wouldn't normally be the first choice you think of to do this, but he was actually involved in the Green Hornet like 15 years ago when it was at Universal, and I knew he had an affinity and passion for it. And I've known Michel personally for quite a few years. So when he called me and told me how interested he was in it, we jumped at a chance to do it. We all met with the studio, met with Seth. Had a real good take on the material, and that's what we decided to do. And it was a good choice.
So, like, you talk about like bringing on this cast is pretty amazing. Besides Seth, but like you got Jay and Cameron and Christoph
Wilkinson. We got a terrific cast, and it was one of these great experiences because we never waited on an actor ever. Seth led by an example. Hardly ever went back to his trailer. Was always there. So which allows us to get an extra 3, 4, 5 shots every day. Over 70 days, it's an extra 300 shots. Really helps us when we get to that editing room. He's really, he's just a great guy, Seth, and he leads by example.
So, was the shooting schedule actually like really accelerated like that? Was it a really kind of quick, fast-paced shoot?
It was. We had a lot of days to shoot, but it was just a fast-paced shoot because we were trying to accomplish so much in the amount of time we had. I mean, obviously, when you're shooting action, it takes a lot of time, but comedy also takes a lot of time. So the combination of the two was, it was tough, but it was good. And as long as you're laughing every day, it makes the days easier.
So can you tell us when we can expect a new trailer for this?
Well, we're going to actually have a little surprise for everybody tomorrow. So we're excited to show that.
So is there anything else you could, I know you're developing the new Fast and Furious movie.
I'm shooting a new Fast and Furious right now. We just we just premiered the piece for Battle LA today at Comic-Con, which went over phenomenally well. I'm going to get started on Total Recall, 21 Jump Street. I'm doing this movie with Bryan Singer called Jack the Giant Killer, so we have a lot on our plate right now.
Yeah, I was actually on the set for Battle Los Angeles, and it was...
Did you see the piece today?
No, we've been doing this stuff.
It was so good, and I was just looking on Twitter. It's like every comment could not be better.
So, yeah, I can't wait to see the footage. I'll probably watch it tonight, but it looks awesome. I mean, it was just funny because we were in Baton Rouge and a movie called Battle.
They allowed us to do things in Louisiana that we could never have shot in LA. That's why ultimately, besides the financial reasons for doing it, logistically, we just needed a place where we could take a freeway for 2 weeks and shut it down. I'd be lucky to shut a freeway down in LA for 2 minutes.